Short piece of rope, hang 'em up high at sundown, leave 'em swinging so the folks all know you don't mess around in our town. A big tall tree and a short piece of rope, hang 'em up high at sundown, leave 'em swinging so the folks all know you don't mess around in our town.
Thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not kill, but if you do, bitch, we'll hang you in a fucking field. We don't judge by skin, we judge by soul. So God could judge your sin, but bitch, you gotta go. Austin Metcalf lost his life at a track meet. The news won't say it, so I say it on a trap beat. And while they running from accountability, Lake and Riley was murdered while she was running in the streets. Who would've thought the girl who left the danger in Ukraine would get her life taken riding on a train by a nigga when she's repping Black Lives Matter? But you triggered by this song, tell me which is sadder.
We need a big tall tree and a short piece of rope, hang 'em up high at sundown, leave 'em swinging so the folks all know you don't mess around in our town. A big tall tree and a short piece of rope, hang 'em up high at sundown, leave 'em swinging so the folks all know you don't mess around in our town. Oh, there's too much crime in the streets these days, too much evil going down. If they get 'em up out of the bricks for a while, the judge turns them loose on the town. How many mothers gotta cry, how many children gotta die before we put an end to all this mess? We ought to do it like they did it way back in the day, 'cause granddaddy's way it works best. Who's gonna right them wrongs, my friend? Vengeance is the Lord's, but brother, justice ain't a sin. We need a big tall tree and a short piece of rope, hang 'em up high at sundown, leave 'em swinging so the folks all know you don't mess around in our town. A big tall tree and a short piece of rope, hang 'em up high at sundown, leave 'em swinging so the folks all know you don't mess around in our town.
All right, welcome back to the podcast, Two Protects One, and we're back with another episode. Public executions? Should they be a thing in the past, or should they be brought back? Would they serve a purpose, is what I really, would it do its job? Let's put it that way. Would it deter homicidal maniacs from committing homicides? Would it deter career criminals from doing heinous acts on the population? You know, so that's something we really got to look at today. I really wanted to get into it. I also wanted to, I have some videos saved about Charlie Kirk, a few other, a message from his wife last night that I thought was pretty powerful. I watched a whole 16-minute video, and it was powerful, sad, somber, every emotion you could possibly think of. And I can't even imagine going through what she's going through. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Yeah, DM Films. He's a radical Antifa. It's all going to come out. They let out like just a little bit of it. I was just reading on X right now, right before I jumped on here, and I can't confirm it, but from what I hear is that he was living with a person that was, let me read it off my phone. Well, I just pulled it up on X because I think I actually saved it. So give me 1 second. I think I bookmarked it. No, I didn't. Hold on, I'll bookmark it though. Can I turn my audio up? Yeah, there we go. My bad. Can you hear me now, Kenneth? Let me know. Yeah, yeah, he's safer in prison, but I think there should be an express lane. Express lane. Let's hurry this process up. Let's try him. We already know he did it. I mean, I know there's a lot of conspiracy theorists out there that think like somebody right next to Charlie Kirk did it, and like the Jews did it, and so on and so forth. But the dude literally confessed to it. There are some kind of weird shit going on. Like, I don't know. It doesn't all match up, but you got the dude confessing to it. Let's put an express lane. Fuck it. Fuck it. Make an example out of him. If he is saying that he did it, he did it. Yeah, no problem, Kenneth. I don't know why. Every now and then my microphone will get bumped down. And I gotta fix it. But let me see. Let me go into X. I'll save this. I'll bookmark it so it'll be on my computer. So let me pull it up. This is all hearsay, okay? All hearsay. I'm not saying this is legit, 100% confirmed, or nothing like that, okay? So before you take my word or mix my words around, this is what I just found on X right before I jumped on here. So let me go ahead and pull it up. Give me 1 second. All right. So I do have some videos saved in here I want to watch. But this is something exclusive that just came out. And I'll pull it up full screen so you can see it. And then I'll just read it off to you. It says exclusive. Charlie Kirk's assassin Tyler Robinson lived with his transgender partner, sources tell me. The individual, who is a male transitioning to a female, is fully cooperating with the FBI. Sources tell me the FBI had text and other communications between Robinson and the individual that helped FBI authorities solidify that Robinson was indeed the shooter. And then it goes on to talk a little bit about, I'll read this too, but it says, the last question Charlie Kirk answered before he was murdered: do you know how many transgender Americans have been mass shooters over the last 10 years? Charlie replied, too many. He was then asked, do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years? Charlie replied, counting or not counting gang violence. Charlie was then assassinated. So if this comes out to be true, which time will tell, and I'm not gonna speculate any further than what I just read on X. Okay, so this comes from an account named Brooke Singman. You tap on her account. She's a Fox News digital political correspondent and reporter. So if this comes out to be true, I hope that a lot of people on the left start backpedaling. There's a lot of people that are scrambling on the left to make up bullshit narratives that this kid was a Trump supporter, that this kid donated to Trump's campaign, which has not been verified at all. That one hasn't been debunked yet, but they also put out a fake picture of the kid in a Trump shirt. That was an AI generated picture. They're lying, bro. They're lying. They're trying to cover their tracks. You had Harry Sisson come out yesterday and say that he was raised in a Republican home and that his parents were Republican and he went to church and he's a white mass shooter and so on and so forth. He was radicalized by the left. He was on Discord. He was on Reddit. He went to college, became radicalized. Even some people in his family said that he was more political, that he had a hatred for Charlie Kirk. And then also, one of his high school friends came out today, and I don't know if I saved that video or not. Let me see if I saved it. No, I didn't. I can find it real quick, not a big deal. Let me see if I can find Tyler Robinson's high school friend. High school friend. So he came out today and had something to say. So you can take this one or two ways. I mean, he didn't necessarily come out and confirm that they didn't come out and just confirm that he was a Republican or that he was a lefty liberal or whatever, but he basically, I mean, read between the lines. So this is his high school friend.
I went to school with this Tyler Robinson kid. I'll show y'all. That's him right there. Tyler Robinson. I'm not trying to like clout chase, make this shit about me, but I'm not gonna say I knew this kid really well. I didn't know him very well at all, but I definitely saw him for like 3 straight years in high school. And the best way I could describe him is just like a Reddit kid. I don't know, I feel like if you were in high school around that same time, and even probably now, like 2018, and then like, you know, those kinds of kids, but that's exactly what he was. All I'm gonna say is this is the kind of shit that happens when you spend way too much time online, and all of a sudden your beliefs are all the way this way or all the way this way, and you do some dramatic shit to please these people that are not your friends. This internet shit is seriously no joke.
So that was his friend that came out today, and I'm sure more and more people are going to start coming out. So, and Damo, I see you in the chat. I've seen all kinds of conspiracy theories. I've seen that there was people right beside him that shot Charlie Kirk. There were 2 people in the crowd that shot Charlie Kirk, and none of that shit can be proved. I mean, you can talk about it, of course, but none of it can be proven. And I've seen the videos. I've watched them. I've been watching everything. It's not that I'm dumb. It's that I haven't seen one that's actually credible. And they said the dude's like this, and then the dude goes like this on his arm. Come on. Like, I don't know. I don't agree with it. They'll have to come out with something definitive that will prove that. Both of the people around Charlie Kirk at the time were both friends, and the one guy was like a security guard for years. So I don't know, until they come out and have some kind of definitive proof that says such and such killed him. I mean, it's just going to be a bunch of BS. And that's the thing. Like, I'm not closed-minded to it. I would watch it. I would study it. I would look at it. But when I get online and I watch a former sniper, U.S. Marine, say that there was a shooter, the shooter came from this spot, the shot was from 200 yards away, I'm going to believe that more over a fucking TikTok video made by some fucking dumbass. So, I don't know. It's all plotted to have us against in a civil war. I don't think so. I mean, it's definitely charged shit up. But even people on the far right, if you search people on the far right, I mean, we're not calling for violence. We're not rioting in the streets. We're not burning cities to the ground. We are going to beat these people at their own fucking game. We're going to beat them with their shitty ass policies, and we're going to publicly shame them. Now, I'm not all for doxing and getting people fired from their jobs, and I would never do that. But that's what the right has resorted to. That's what they've started doing. And I will applaud it from a distance. I'm not saying I would be involved in it. But I think it's fucking hilarious. All the leftists that have been losing their jobs because they celebrated Charlie Kirk getting assassinated. Good luck, motherfuckers. Because the thing is if we're not going to, everybody says, well, we can't stoop to their level. We can't do that. And I say, all that civil bullshit went out the window when they put a bullet in Charlie Kirk. All that went out the window. All that civil, play by the rules, we got to be the nice guy. Fuck that. Fuck that. We're done with that. We're moving past that. We're going to publicly shame you. We're going to ostracize you from the community. We're going to fucking, and I'm telling you, it's only beginning. I'm not sure how far we're going to go. But there are ways to defeat these people without physically harming them. And that's what I recommend. I don't recommend any kind of physical harm. And I will continue to push that message on this app. But if you can't even stoop to their level and play their game as far as doxing them and getting them fired from their jobs and then laughing at them on the internet when they make videos to cry about it, I don't feel bad for these people. All right, I just don't. It is what it is. People can get mad about it. They can get pissed off about it. But hell, man, I did that shit to plenty of people. Plenty of people on the fucking internet. The left has done that countless fucking times to people. And I'm not for cancel culture. I would rather not do that. But I don't blame some of these people for doing it. So. But anyway, I do have some other shit saved in here. I do want to talk about the public execution position for a second. I do have a video from Timcast that I want to play, which I thought was interesting. The beginning of it is reading like the police report. So we'll kind of get through that, but at the end it talks about public executions. And I'm going to explain my position on it. And I think most people can already tell what my position is on it. I mean, it's not a fucking secret, okay? Like, it's not a secret. I don't hide the fact that I think we should start doing public executions, for people that are extremely guilty, people that are caught on video, people that have been arrested for the crime and they've admitted to it. And I'm talking like first-degree murder type shit. If you've been on video, if you admitted to it, if they have the fucking weapon and you admitted to it and they have all the evidence, you should go through a swift trial and then you should go through a swift execution. And it should be put on TV for everybody to see. And people don't like that idea because they're fucking soft. They're soft. I think if you did that enough times, it would slow it down. People would start to get the point. And I've had this stance way before anything ever happened to Charlie Kirk. I just didn't really talk about it because it wasn't really popular. It wasn't something that people wanted to hear. But you have to get to a point where, one of Trump's slogans is "Make America Safe Again." How are you going to do that? And to be 100% honest, I've been completely disappointed by Trump's response to this. What the fuck are you going to do about this? If you believe that this guy is Antifa or a democratic socialist, if you believe that he wrote slogans from Antifa on these rounds that he shot, on this ammo that he shot, and then you believe that this was motivated by either trans ideology or Antifa ideology, how long are we going to let this go on without designating them as a terrorist organization? Okay, when we went into January 6th, okay, I'm gonna take you down a trip down. I'm gonna take you a trip down memory lane with January 6th for a second, okay? Before people went into the Capitol, okay? The whole crowd was outside, okay? The Capitol Police started shooting tear gas into the fucking crowd. They started shooting tear gas into the crowd. And pissing these people off. And then there was some people that got pissed off and went inside forcefully, okay? There was a lot of people that were let inside willingly. They just let them right inside. And even in that situation, they didn't really even, destroy anything. Somebody got killed. Yeah, it wasn't fucking good. But, they didn't they didn't go in there and tear the fucking place up, burn it to the ground or anything like that. They literally hunted these people like a fucking dog after January 6th. Hunted them down, put them in jail, and left them there for fucking 4 years. Some of those guys had 20-year prison sentences before Trump came into office. Okay? 20 years. And they were supposed to be the organizers of these groups. What is stopping us from doing the same fucking thing to Antifa? What's stopping us? And I'll tell you what's stopping us. Trump's lack of fucking balls. And you can't say, I want to make America safe again and do nothing. Okay? You can't do that. You have to show people that you're serious. And people aren't going to like it. You ain't going to be popular, bro. You think the president of El Salvador is popular among the people that he locked up in fucking prison? All the gangs and shit that he locked up in that high security prison that they have over there. And I can't remember what it's called. It's like a fucking Alcatraz. Have you ever seen that prison? The El Salvador prison? Yeah. But the streets are safe. The citizens aren't afraid to walk the streets anymore. So, I mean, that's the thing, like, until we get serious about crime, and it might, and the thing is it might not ever happen with Trump, but we need the next guy to step up. And I said this back when Trump got elected. I said, okay, cool story. Trump's elected again. Who's next? Because instead of a J.D. Vance, that in my opinion would be softer, even more so than what Trump is, he would be a pushover for the Democrats. We need somebody, in my opinion, that'll go more right-wing. And I have a person in mind, but he won't be qualified in 2028 to run. You'll have to give it a couple more years. A few more. I think, well, how old is he? I think he's got 8 more years before he can run. So, anyway, let's get into this. This is a video from Tim's show, The Culture War. And I'll say this. I'm not a huge fan of Tim Pool. I don't like Tim Pool. I think he's milquetoast. I think that he rides the fence too much. I think that here the last couple of days he's gotten off that fence and gotten a little fucking motivated. But for the most part, he's middle of the road. How did you know? President Nicholas J. Fuentes, which I am going to do a separate stream, and I am going to go over Nick Fuentes' last stream. Okay, I'll probably do that tomorrow, and we're going to watch it, and I'm going to show you what it's like to have somebody make a statement, a definitive statement, and in my opinion, his podcast the other night sounded more presidential than what Trump has ever since he came back into office. So, a lot of people like Nick Fuentes. A lot of people don't like Nick Fuentes. I am on the side of I like him. I think he's a smart kid. I think, yeah, he's a little rowdy at times, says some shit that gets himself into trouble. But you can tell that he has a good heart. He loves this country, loves his religion, loves his God. So, all right, so let's go ahead and get into this video. So here's Tim Pool. The video's named labeled Steven Crowder leaks internal police docs of Charlie Kirk's assassin. So here we go.
We have breaking news. This is in the past 20 minutes. Steven Crowder, shout out to the Loud with Crowder crew and Mug Club. They have obtained the Utah County Sheriff's Office internal documents regarding suspected Charlie Kirk assassin Tyler Robinson. The information has been made public by the Crowder team. And I'm not so much focused on his personal details, but we have the charges. Felony discharge of firearm causing serious bodily injury, obstruction of justice, capital first-degree felony conduct, and aggravated murder, which not bailable. And I believe the second document just repeats those charges with more information about the individual and the probable cause statement, which is long, but I do want to read. It says, the following information was obtained by your affiant from police officers. Multiple video recordings posted on social media websites, Utah Valley University campus surveillance cameras, and those who witnessed the incident. On September 10th, 2025, Charles James Kirk was at the Utah Valley University campus in Orem, Utah for a political event. Mr. Kirk is a conservative political activist who is scheduled to speak at an event in the courtyard area of the UVU campus. The courtyard area is to the west of the Lossie Center building. According to video recordings, Charles was wearing a white t-shirt and dark pants, sitting under a white canopy in a courtyard of the campus facing to the east. The event was attended by hundreds of individuals. Charles was surrounded by people, with multiple individuals to his left, right, and rear and front of the canopy. Behind the canopy was a walkway used for access to various parts of the university. Charles was holding a microphone and speaking to the crowd. While speaking to the microphone, a loud gunshot was heard at approximately 12:23 hours, and Charles appeared to have been hit in the neck. Blood was seen coming from the left side of his neck as he fell over to his left. Charles was transported to the Timpanogos Regional Hospital in Orem. Charles was pronounced deceased at the hospital. Investigators reviewed the Utah Valley University surveillance cameras. While reviewing the surveillance cameras, investigators observed an individual on the rooftop of the Lossie Center building on the UVU campus at the time of the shooting. Hereafter, the unidentified individual will be referred to as suspect. Based on surveillance camera footage, suspect appears to be a white male with dark-colored hair, wearing a dark-colored hat, sunglasses, a long-sleeve black shirt, with a picture of an American flag and an eagle printed on the shirt, dark-colored jeans, and white and gray shoes with white-colored shoelaces. The shoes appear to be consistent with Chuck Taylor Converse-style shoes. The suspect is also carrying a dark-colored backpack on his back. Suspect walks with a distinctive gait. Prior to the shooting, suspect appears to walk with a stiff right leg and at a relatively slow pace. Suspect's ability to bend his right leg appears to be restricted. Investigators were able to track suspect's movements on the UVU campus starting at approximately 11:50 hours on 9/10/2025. At approximately 11:50 hours, a UVU surveillance camera first captured suspect walking across a grassy area north of Campus Drive at approximately 800 West. Suspect walked south through the parking lot and approached a pedestrian tunnel that runs underneath Campus Drive. Before entering the tunnel, suspect paused at the top of the stairs and pulled out what appeared to be a cell phone from his right pocket, using his right hand at approximately 11:53 hours. Suspect eventually puts what appears to be a cell phone back in his right pants pocket, using his right hand. Surveillance captured suspect making his way towards the Lossie Center. At approximately 12:02 hours, suspect was recorded walking on the north side of the Lossie Center building, walking with the same gait as observed earlier. Suspect entered the Lossie Center building through a set of doors on the southeast corner of the Lossie Center building at approximately 12:15 hours. Suspect was observed walking up the stairs that lead to the common area adjacent to the Lossie Center building. Suspect walked to a short concrete wall that separates the common area from the rooftop of the Lossie Center building at approximately 12:17 hours. Suspect climbed over the short wall and appeared to crouch down on the north side of the wall on the rooftop. At approximately 12:22 hours, suspect stood up and started running across the rooftop of the Lossie Center building. The notable limp from his previous surveillance was absent. The suspect ran to the west side of the rooftop and appeared to scoot along the rooftop area as he got closer to the edge of the rooftop. At approximately 12:22 hours, suspect laid down in a position consistent with a prone shooting position near the edge of the rooftop and appeared to be facing west in the direction of the courtyard area. The rooftop of the Lossie Center building overlooks the courtyard area where the event featuring Charlie Kirk was taking place. The Lossie Center building is east of the courtyard area. At approximately 12:23 hours, Charlie Kirk was shot. At approximately 12:23 hours, surveillance shows the suspect stood up and suddenly from the edge of the rooftop and sprinted north on the rooftop of the Lossie Center building. Suspect ran to the northeast corner of the Lossie Center building and approached the edge of the rooftop. Suspect placed a dark-colored item on the rooftop and proceeded to lower himself off the rooftop. Suspect dropped off the rooftop onto the grass below.
I know it seems redundant. He's reading the police report, but there is a conversation at the end about public execution, so hang in there. I think this is important information, though. You're reading the police report right off the document. Now, whether you believe it or not, that's up to you. I mean, I'm just saying, I think that this case, you can say what you want about it, but you gotta come with facts if you want me to believe anything else than what's out there right now. Okay? And maybe shit will be revealed in the next couple weeks, but I'm presenting the facts as they appear right now. And this is what they're saying.
Low. Suspect ran north near the parking lot to the east of the Lossie Center. At approximately 12:24 hours, suspect ran north across the Campus Drive Road. Suspect appeared to be carrying an item whose identity is not clear from the surveillance. The area to the north of the Campus Drive Road where the suspect crossed over consists with a grassy area with trees on the edges of the UVU campus. Investigators discovered a bolt-action rifle wrapped in a dark-colored towel. The rifle was determined to be a Mauser Model 98 30-06 caliber bolt-action rifle. The rifle had a scope mounted on top of it. Investigators noted inscriptions that had been engraved on casings found with the rifle. Inscriptions on a fired...
I'm not trying to be mean, but Tim Pool, please take a drink or something, dude. He's like, dude, you got dry mouth or something, bro? Take a drink or something. All up in the fucking microphone and in my ear.
Casing read, "Notices bulge, OWO, what's this?" Inscription on the 3 unfired casings read, "Hey, fascist, catch." Up arrow symbol, a right arrow symbol, and 3 down arrow symbols. A second unfired casing read, "Oh, Bella Chow, Bella Chow, Bella Chow, Chow, Chow." A third unfired casing read, "If you read this, you are gay, LMAO." Investigators also discovered a shoe impression on the northeast corner rooftop edges of the Losi Center building.
So a lot of people are saying like the engravings on the ammo are like from the ammo or from the ammo company, the company that made the ammo. Not all of them. Yes, they're not retarded. They know the difference between like what was on the ammo, okay, and what wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not that dumb. Like people come out like that was some kind of groundbreaking news. Like, oh, that's from the manufacturer of the ammo, and it's like, unless you fucking seen it for yourself. I mean, I honestly want more information. Okay, what they've given us so far, I will say this, it's insufficient. Okay, but what the other side has given us so far about this being a Jewish conspiracy theory or some kind of big plot by the Jews to take out Charlie Kirk, that's insufficient too. Okay, so you got to come with something. All right, and this is what we have right now. And I'm hoping some more information will come out, but they might still be trying to gather everything. I mean, you're asking them to solve a mass shooting, have all of the information, like the motives, all that shit, within like literally 3 days. I mean, it's a lot. That's a lot. And I don't make excuses for the fucking government, okay? But everybody's like wanting answers and they want them now, and like everybody's got these conspiracy theories and there's these videos out there, and all of a sudden this guy's a groyper, he's a fucking Republican, he's this, he's that, and really it is a lot of the left just scrambling, and the right has done it as well. They started sharing pictures of people that have been to Charlie Kirk's rally that wasn't him, that wasn't the shooter. So now all of a sudden you're putting a target on this other guy's back that wasn't the shooter. And I told people to stop fucking doing that. Don't do that. Unless you know 100% sure, don't share that shit. Let's see what Incoherent Turd has to say. So I don't think the Jews directly plotted this, but they certainly will try and benefit from it. Just look at Ben Shapiro trying to position himself to get involved in and Turning Point USA. Yeah, I seen that. Fuck Ben Shapiro. I thought at first, I'm like, dude, that's a pretty dope ass statement, like what he did, and then I rewatched it, and he's like, I'm gonna pick up this blood-stained microphone that Charlie Kirk left behind, and I pictured him doing this. I'm like, that motherfucker just trying to get in on some action, dude, make some money off that shit. I appreciate you, Ghetto Cowboy. Shout out to 2 Protect 1 for standing on what's right, what's wrong for this country. We need to take our country back because our children won't have a country left. This ain't the country I was raised in. Exactly, bro. Exactly. What up, Mama Chop? Mama Chop in the chat. These are hard conversations to have. You know what I'm saying? Like the one we're getting ready to have about public executions. That's a hard conversation to have. Most people don't want to have it. Most people don't want to address the true nature of the evil that's in our country. And I'll show you exactly who it's perpetuated by here in a minute as well. We're going to talk about the Democrats and the messaging that they've been giving over the last fucking 10 years. And everybody wants to sit and say, well, he grew up in a Republican home and he went to church. That means he was a Republican. My wife grew up in a Republican home Okay, went to church every Sunday. All right, when I met her, she was a leftist. She was a Bernie supporter. She fucking hated Trump. Okay, she hated the right in general. All right, it can happen. You know, everybody acts like oh, he's a Republican. And it's like, yeah, slow your roll on that shit. But anyway, let's jump back into this video. It does jump into it here in a minute, but it does have a little bit more of the police report to read.
This shoe impression was located in the vicinity where the suspect climbed down from the rooftop. The shoe impression is consistent with the shoe sole characteristics of a Converse Chuck Taylor.
Okay, Kenneth, I do want to address this. Everyone that was in contact with the shooter should be investigated. I still don't believe he acted alone. He had help from someone. I do agree with that. There was, I think, now Discord has come out and told TMZ. Discord's like, we never had any messages from Tyler Robinson in our Discord. That's a lie. That's a lie. You gotta click. It's clickbait. The title to that's what the title of the article is. But once you get into the article, you see it then comes and says, well, he never plotted the murder or the assassination of Charlie Kirk in Discord. But he does talk about where he puts the gun after. So there is some a lot of, I hate even saying it, misinformation, but there is a lot of BS going around on the left. They're scrambling, bro, because they know. They know that if this dude turns out to be, which it looks like to me, it's pretty black and white. If this guy turns out to be an extreme leftist, Antifa, they know they're in fucking trouble. Yeah, because we're going to put that boot to neck type shit. And there's a lot of people already rallying. And Charlie Kirk's wife is one of them. And when she came out yesterday, it was powerful. Powerful. Be good leading your wife back to the light. Yeah. Yeah, she had to be talked down off that fucking Bernie cliff, all right? Yeah. Yeah, Discord's a fucking lefty app, too. You know, they're going to cover up for any kind of lefty guy in there. I appreciate you. Appreciate you, Ty. Bro, you see trying to make Fuentes the person responsible now? Yeah, they're trying to... I've called it. I called it in... because I am in a Discord chat for a podcast that I follow. I called it in the Discord chat yesterday. I said they're gonna blame this on Nick Fuentes. They're going to, bro. I mean, it's gonna that BS narrative is gonna stay out there, and they've been spreading it all over the fucking internet this morning on Twitter. It's Nick Fuentes. It's the Groypers. Yeah, dude, that's not fucking good. You're gonna wind up getting that kid killed next over some lies because he had nothing to do with it. Yeah. Yeah, I think that they're starting to uncover that, Ty. I seen a tweet just a minute ago. They need to get into the chats and arrest the ones talking dumb shit. Oh, hold on. On the left, right? I'm just kidding. I don't ever talk dumb shit on Discord, but yeah, they do need to investigate that fucking side. You know what I'm saying? Like that, his Discord, whatever he was doing over there, they need to investigate it, bro. You know, and people that helped him, I don't think he acted alone. Like what Kenneth said, I don't think they acted alone, or he acted alone. I think he had some help. But anyway, let's get through this. I want to talk about the public execution part.
Shoe. On the evening of September 11th, 2025, a family member of Tyler Robinson reached out to a family friend who contacted the Washington County Sheriff's Office with information that Robinson had confessed to them or implied that he had committed the incident. This information was relayed to the Utah County Sheriff's Office and scene investigators at UVU. This information was also conveyed to the FBI. Investigators reviewed additional video footage from the UVU surveillance and identified Robinson arriving on UVU campus in a gray Dodge Challenger at approximately 8:29 on September 10th, in which he is observed on video in plain maroon t-shirt light-colored shorts, a black hat with a white logo, and light-colored shoes. When encountered in person by investigators in Washington County on September 12th, early morning hours, Robinson was observed in consistent clothing with the surveillance images. Investigators interviewed a family member of Robinson who stated that Robinson had become more political in recent years. The family member referenced a recent incident in which Robinson came to dinner prior to September 10th, 2025. And in conversation with another family member, Robinson mentioned Charlie Kirk was coming to UVU. They talked about why they didn't like him and the viewpoints he had. The family member also stated Kirk was full of hate and spreading hate. The family member also confirmed Robinson had a gray Dodge Challenger. Investigators identified an individual as the roommate of Robinson. Investigators interviewed the roommate, who stated that his roommate, referring to Robinson, made a joke on Discord. Investigators asked if he would show them the messages on Discord. He opened it and showed several messages to investigators and allowed investigators to take photos of the screen as each message was shown by Robinson's roommate. These photos consisted of various messages, including content of messages between the phone contact named Tyler with an emoji icon and Robinson's roommate's device. The content of these messages included messages affiliated with the contact Tyler stating a need to retrieve a rifle from a drop point, leaving the rifle in a bush, messages related to visually watching the area where the rifle was left.
Retrieving a rifle from a drop point. Now, I'm trying to figure out, was he talking about, hey, the roommate needs to try to come pick it up? Or is he trying to go get it? I'm thinking they're talking like he's trying to go get the rifle, that he needs to go pick it up from a drop point. If that's the case, who the fuck dropped it there? Who dropped it there? Who was helping this kid? I mean, I think it's not an open and shut case. It's an open case that we need to fucking find out who all was involved, in my opinion. It's definitely not done yet. It needs to be further investigated. Now, if it doesn't go any further than this, then we all know that there's something fucking weird going on. Yeah, did you see the Halloween costume the shooter had on? I question if the parents are actually Republican. I don't believe they are, personally. I don't know. There's been a lot of shit that's come out. They said they're Republican. They're definitely gun owners, which is fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nothing wrong with that. There's liberals out there that are fucking gun owners. Every time parents own a gun, they automatically jump to Republican conservatives. They're conservative gun owners, and they're this, they're that. They're extremist. And it's like, nah. But you don't really know. I did see the costume. Everybody tried to make it out to be like he was a fan of Trump. No, it was like he was riding a donkey with Trump's face on it or some shit. So it was like he was mocking Trump. But people are too stupid to realize that. Hey, what up, Meg? I see Meg in the chat. What up, what up, what up? People are too dumb to realize that, though. They look at a picture and they're like, oh, Trump's face. He's a Trump supporter. Parents were Republican. Went to church. Yep, got him. And fucking white nationalist. I can't believe them white nationalists killed Charlie Kirk. And it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? These people are literally insane. They will twist anything to make it look like white nationalists killed somebody. I mean, I just can't admit that they are radicalizing these people to a point that they're willing to go out in broad daylight and put a fucking round through this Christian man's fucking neck in front of his wife and kids. For everybody to see. I mean, and then they want to celebrate it. And everybody's telling us to calm the fuck down. Fuck you. Everybody says, oh, we need to calm the temperatures down. Fuck you. I ain't calming nothing down. I'm going to expose all the bullshit that they put out, all the narratives that they talk about. I'm going to keep fucking sharing it. Okay? I'm going to keep exposing it. Fuck these people. Anyway.
And a message referring to having left the rifle wrapped in a towel. The messages also refer to engraving bullets and a mention of a scope and the rifle being unique. Messages from the context, Tyler also mentioned that he had changed outfits. Based on the evidence detailed in this statement, I believe there's probable cause that Tyler Robinson committed the crimes of aggravated murder by shooting Charlie Kirk in a circumstance that put many around him at grave risk of death, felony discharge of a firearm, and obstruction of justice for moving and hiding the rifle believed to be used in the shooting. By submitting this affidavit, I declare under criminal penalty of the state of Utah that the foregoing is true and correct. Signed, Davis Bryan. Once again, shout out to Steven Crowder and his team for
they're good at
breaking this news.
Stuff,
and
All right, now they're getting ready to talk about public executions. But yeah, Kenneth, I did. I thought that too to a certain point. Like, I didn't get real like in depth into the picture, but it wasn't a guy that liked Trump. And Ryan, I talked about that already earlier. That they're already generating, images that AI images with him with a Trump shirt on. I don't know what else you're sending me. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah, anybody that changes the dude's shirt, and I just, quit doing that. Like, I just think that we should just let the information come out. Hopefully, the correct information will come out. They'll tell us what the motives are. But they changed his shirt in one of his pictures to a Trump shirt, which wasn't good. I would pull up my Instagram, but I'm on YouTube and X. So I don't know if my Instagram's even signed into this computer. So I'm using a different computer today. All these people on the left had a mask, a moment of all cheering. Yeah. Yeah, it's all, dude, they literally went to Charlie Kirk's wife's TikTok account and was dropping comments in there. Like, "Oop, looks like you're a single mom now." And then there was like a video of his little boy walking across the grass. And they fucking literally said Charlie Kirk's looking up at him, basically saying Charlie Kirk was in hell. Yeah. Yeah, Twisted Tennessee, you ain't fucking lying, buddy. You ain't lying. I'm telling you, it's only a matter of time before they get so, and I think they're almost there. I've seen some AI videos and I'm like, I can't tell if it's real or fake. But eventually they're going to get so good at AI, they're going to be able to frame anybody. They're going to be able to fucking make anybody look like a racist. I mean, it's just a matter of time. Yeah. Yeah, I personally wouldn't do this, Diesel. I'll say that. I personally wouldn't dox or get anybody fired. But I am having a good time laughing at them crying about losing their fucking jobs. Don't say stupid shit. We got fired for speaking out on January 6th. A lot of people got their bank accounts froze. We spoke out against the COVID vaccine. Some people got fired. Like, they have done this cancel culture for so fucking long. Now it's coming back on them, and they are in full-blown fucking meltdown, dude. Meltdown, dude. If you don't support the left or right, and I don't like Trump, do you call me a liberal? No. No. Why would I call you a liberal? I call you a liberal by your other ideologies. Do you support liberal ideas? That's what you got to ask yourself. In many ways, Trump, if you really look at him, Trump is a fucking Democrat. Trump is soft. I think we need a more hard right president. And I think eventually we will get there. But will it be too late? So Incoherent Turd says, Satan wants AI to succeed so the elite can openly be pedophiles and degenerates and blame AI. Ooh, that's a mouthful right there, boy. Yeah. AI ain't fucking good, dude. It ain't good. Yeah, I wouldn't call him a liberal either, HBR. Like, I don't just run around just calling anybody a liberal. You have to have the ideas. You have to have I mean, a liberal's pretty easy to spot. And it's not just by their looks, it's the way they act and their behavior. Yeah, exactly. I have a lot of people that that don't necessarily like Trump, but they believe like more right-wing ideas. My honest opinions can't be expressed on social media. Me neither, Twisted Tennessee. I do keep it pretty mild for the most part. But anyway, let's get into this public execution thing because they're getting ready to jump right into it.
And sharing this. There are some people who are concerned
HBR.
about this stuff getting released, but I think it is clear based on the evidence that they have and what we've seen so far that this is an open and shut case.
So what do you guys think psychologically, as an analyst of sorts, about?
As of right now, it's an open and shut case with that guy. I want more information to come out, though. I want more information. We need to know who else was involved.
Public execution?
Oh, well, let me run it back because he puts the question out there.
People are concerned about this stuff getting released, but I think it is clear based on the evidence that they have and what we've seen so far that this is an open and shut case.
So what do you guys think psychologically, as an analyst of sorts, about public execution?
That's a doozy.
It's a good question.
Yeah.
Just real quick,
Do you see their faces? That shows you how soft we've gotten in America. They're like, can't do that. Can't do that. And my question is, why? Why not? Why can't you publicly execute somebody that has been proven beyond a doubt that they have committed first-degree murder? Why can't you publicly hang them? Why can't you publicly firing squad them? Why can't you televise them being electrocuted or lethal injection, whatever you want to do? Why can't we do public executions anymore? Have we become that soft? We have lost. Instead, we'll put them in prison, put them on death row for 20 years, and then we'll debate whether or not they're still guilty or not 20 years later, and whether they need to be put to death for what they did. Was it really that bad? No, dude. If you've been convicted beyond the shadow of a doubt that you committed first-degree murder, all right? If there's video evidence, if there's a weapon, you've admitted to it, so on and so forth, there needs to be an express lane, bro. Express lane. Express lane for your trial, express lane for your execution. Period. No more fucking around. Put it on TV. Let people watch it. People need to see it. You can say that's brutal. You can say that is inhumane all you want, but most murderers are inhumane to begin with. So I don't really give a fuck about them. And I don't know, man. I think, and even the Christians in this country, okay, I consider myself a Christian, a follower of Christ, okay, but I seen Christians making comments yesterday that made me absolutely sick on X. We should really pray for Tyler, and we should pray for his family, and it's like, fuck you. Nah, maybe later, okay? Maybe later. Right now, I think he needs a swift trial, swift execution, and then maybe we can console the family later. I don't 100% blame them. Call me an insensitive asshole. But I think that until people are held accountable at a public level, and it's for everybody to see, like if I make this mistake and I'm caught, they're going to publicly hang me for my whole family to see. Right. Yeah, putting it on pay-per-view. You talking about George Carlton? Yeah, I think, I don't know. I think it needs to be public. Just fucking put it on fucking Fox News, CNN. Just fuck it. Put it out there. Yeah, for example, they only call us fascists to kill us. It's an excuse. It doesn't matter if have public executions out to... It doesn't matter if we have public executions to good use. When evil is embedded enough, it will rationalize an excuse either way. Yeah, I mean, the thing is like they're killing. If they're gonna kill us and assassinate us, and this goes for the right wing people too. Like you commit first degree murder, obviously, I think you need to be publicly executed. If you can prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that you pulled the trigger, that you did the stabbing, or however you killed this person, there needs to be an express lane to your ultimate demise. Anyway, let's see them debate it a little bit.
That's a doozy.
It's a good question.
Yeah.
Just real quick, if you can think about it for a second.
Yeah.
There are many people on social media right now suggesting that we need a death sentence and for it to be carried out publicly for a variety of reasons. Some say provides relief and comfort to the millions. It can help act as a pressure relief valve, but more importantly, as to symbolize deterrence. Psychologically, do you guys think that's true?
Yes, I do think it's true. I think it would massively act as a huge deterrent. Because, I mean, what kind of message does it send if you go lenient on someone who murders, assassinates a key political figure? I mean,
don't most mass shooters shoot themselves?
Yeah.
No, so I'm saying, so I don't know if that would deter somebody, the death penalty, if they're already going to kill themselves.
You know what concerns me is the internet video, because in the past they would do it, everyone would go to the public square and they'd watch it and then they'd leave and they'd be like, I'm never messing with that. But now with the ever-present repetition of it on TV, I think it would make the guy a hero and just also desensitize.
Like the Luigi situation, who, you know, he's now kind of, you know, valorized in a way.
They made him a hero.
Yeah.
They made Saint Luigi candles.
Yeah.
And I assure you, with the information being released on this man, I wouldn't be surprised if literally already they're selling merch, hailing him as a hero. He'll be on the cover of their zines or whatever they have to do. I bet if you go on Blue Sky, they're all lionizing him.
Because I was for public execution, just like scare them into stopping. But now with internet video, I'm super concerned about the ramifications for 1,000 years if that was a video that burned into every child's memory.
The problem with this, though, is he's going to probably plead guilty, and so he'll be, you know, probably spared from the death penalty.
Well, if you look at Ryan Routh, he's already attempting to make the trial of his assassination attempt on Trump as a political statement. He's trying to bring into this court case things.
So the thing is I think it would work. I know Mary said she doesn't disagree, or she disagrees, which is good. I mean, you can disagree with me. You don't have to agree with me, obviously. They have innocent wives and children, just like Charlie did. Two wrongs don't make a right. But you can't continue. My thing is, you can't continue to take wrongs as a society. And your population can't continue to feel unsafe everywhere they go, like in inner cities. Like, these people basically get to live out, most of them, like they just said, he's going to plead guilty and probably not be executed. He's going to plead guilty and not be executed. So that means he's going to be life in prison, in a fucking prison cell with 3 meals a day, still take a hot shower, still gets to hang out. He'll probably make some friends, socialize. Nah, fuck that. I'm going to take him right out on the White House lawn and do whatever they want me to do. And I know this video probably won't last very long on YouTube. I understand. It'll always be on Rumble. But in my opinion, if you're, like I said, if you're proven beyond a shadow of a doubt, should be taken out and just put one in the back of your fucking head and be done with it on live TV. So, hey, I'd rather do that than spend a shit ton of money letting this dude live comfortable for the rest of his life. Yeah. Yeah, 3D prints. Yeah, I can't pull up my Instagram right now, but yeah, there's 3D prints of Charlie Kirk after he got shot. Yeah. Salty Cracker had a video on this morning. I have to go watch that later. I'll have to pull it up. Yeah. There's too many innocent people being hurt right now, and that's no offense. Like, you can hold a different position in mine, Mary. Nope, I don't take any offense to that whatsoever. Yeah. Oh, you had to unsubscribe from FTB. FTB's been on a roll, man. FTB's a Democrat, okay? And just to let you know, he's a Democrat, which is fine. You know, he has his opinion. He has his opinion, even if I don't agree with it. I like FTB though. I don't have anything negative to say about him. I know his angle. I know what he's doing. I don't think it's a very good angle. I think he's definitely misinformed in some areas, and I know he didn't like Tom McDonald's last song, which is fine. You can have your opinion on that. But honestly, I think Tom was just trying to put out something because he was fucking hurt. And he felt bad for Charlie's family. He's trying to think of something to do for Charlie Kirk's family. And he was noticeably upset. Adam was upset. I mean, that video fucked me up, bro. And if you watch that video and you think, well, like, if it didn't affect you, then I worry about you mentally. So liberalism is a mental disorder. I agree. Internet or not, show people what the fuck happens when you commit despicable crimes. I agree, HBR. I agree with you.
Trump has said or done to use them as justification of something, related to his case. So I'd imagine this person will do the exact same thing. I often say you have to give people a path to redemption, otherwise they'll take the other path. Right now, clearly, there is no path to redemption for what this man has done. He will look at the roads before him. One is blocked off for very obvious reasons. There will be no forgiveness here. But the left, they've left the road open as they celebrate for him. There's a clear and obvious path he will walk down as we go to trial.
Maybe life in prison. The guy that shot John Lennon, his 17th parole was denied, I think. He's still rotting in prison. John Hinckley. And he wanted to be known as
Anyway, they could just go over like John Lennon, who shot John Lennon, blah, 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 all that shit. The point was made. They debated it. Some people were soft on it. Some people were more open to it. My opinion, I think we've gotten soft as a society. I'm not saying they're easy decisions to make, okay? I'm not saying doing that is like an easy decision that should be taken lightly. I'm saying it's the right decision, and we need the right people in the right positions to make those decisions. You have to sometimes remove emotion from it. And that's why I don't believe women should be in politics. It's because they're too emotional. And then all these men nowadays, they're feminine as well. There's so much emotion. Take the emotion out. What is the right thing to do? Let's take it back and get back to, how can I say this without sounding super fucked up? Let's take it back to, you murder somebody, you're gonna be the one that's gonna die. You're gonna die too. There is no fucking, well, let's put you on trial, see if you're guilty. No death penalty for you. You can go to life in prison. Life in prison for the rest of your life. Now, I'm not saying prison's great, but I've seen some pretty nice prisons. And you get 3 meals a day. You get to socialize, be buddy-buddy with everybody, watch TV. Some people get phones. A buddy of mine, he did a drive-by on somebody's house and wound up killing, like, his ex-girlfriend that was apparently in the house with another guy. He's still in prison for life. Okay? Do I believe he did it? Yes. Do I believe he should be in prison for life? No. If they believe he did it, he should probably face the death penalty. But he's in prison for life. He's never getting out. Never getting out. His parole, I think he had like a parole hearing back in November. He didn't get out. So, yeah. His own parents turned him in. even after knowing the governor already said he'd get the death penalty. Yeah. Well, I think what Alex Stein said is probably true. He'll probably plead guilty and avoid the death penalty. 572 individuals have lost their jobs celebrating the death of Charlie. Good. Good. My brother was murdered and his killer was given life in prison with no parole. He was mysteriously killed at Riverbend Correctional Prison. Well, that's good. That's good. I'm glad that worked out. But sometimes it just doesn't, bro. And it sucks. It does. It does. Most women tend to be emotional and on the softer side. Most. I'm not saying all, but most women tend to be more on the softer side. Yeah. Never prey on an innocent's death. Yeah. Yeah, I don't feel bad for the people getting fired. Now, like I said, I wouldn't be the one to personally do it, but I am gonna laugh at you. They laughed at us. They're laughing at Charlie. What's the fucking difference? I don't know, man. I don't like it. I don't like it. I wish people weren't doing it. It would be nice. It would be nice. Quit being soft, Mary. Mary, quit being soft, bro. I'm just kidding. Mary's not soft. All right. All right. So I do have another video to watch here. Let me. It's on my X account though. So let me get over to my X account. I do have a video showing everybody that got fired, which is hilarious. But what has created this hostile Mama Chop coming in? I can make level-headed decisions and my own sandwich. But can you make me a sandwich? I like sandwiches too, Mama Chop. I know a lot of people don't like when I say stuff about women, all right? But I'm saying most, not all, okay? Most women are more emotional than men. But there are some exceptions to the rule, okay? Anyway. Mama Chop's like, this will be the last time I'm in here. Whoop your ass. All right, so hold on. So a lot of people wonder, like, well, I can't say a lot of people. I think some people have forgotten how we've gotten here. Like, what has led up to this? Are your arms broke? Two protects one. No, my wife just makes better sandwiches. She makes better sandwiches. She's good at making sandwiches. I'm not gonna lie. Do I make my own sandwiches? Yeah. Peanut butter jelly sandwiches. Twisted Tennessee. I'm not talking about this. I'm just gonna put this comment up, okay? I'm not saying anything. That's all jokes, all right? It's a very dangerous comment. All right, let me try to stay focused here. So, everybody might be wondering why or how we've gotten here. Okay, some people remember. Some people remember. A lot of people don't. So, what did they do to instigate the violence against MAGA, against white people, against Christians? Well, it had a lot to do with what the Democrats were telling people to do. And what they were saying about Trump supporters, Charlie Kirk, leaders of the fucking movement, like Charlie Kirk. Yeah. So here we go. Let's take a trip down memory lane And we can listen to all the BS that these fucking Democrats have spewed over the years.
We have to start calling his supporters racist as well. That MAGA symbol has come to represent something. It is the new Nazi symbol. It is the new hood.
Because they're not a party, right? They're Sinn Féin to the IRA. They're the PLO to Hamas. They're a dime store front for a terrorist movement.
The Republican Party is basically a domestic terrorist cell at this point, and they should be treated as such.
There are elements of the GOP that are starting to look like the jihadists.
Not a political party. They're a white nationalist movement. They're a fascist threat to our nation. That's not hyperbolic. That's academic.
Would have once seemed hyperbolic, but it increasingly does feel like the Republican Party has become a death cult, and it's all about Donald Trump.
There is no alternative right now because the
death cult, fascists, Nazis. Death cult, fascists, Nazis. You say this enough times, and they're still doing it. This isn't like a past thing. I'm just pulling up old clips because, you turned it on just the other day, and I can't remember his name, Van something. He works for CNN. Was calling Charlie Kirk a white nationalist right before they fucking shot him. So this is all still relevant shit. Peanut butter jelly time, I like peanut butter jelly sandwiches. Van Jones, there you go, Van Jones. I knew it was Van something. That dude's a fucking loser. I'll pull that clip up so people can see it too after this.
Republican Party project today is a fascist authoritarian project.
The fact is, Republicans in Congress are still in the grip of the ultra MAGA agenda.
Party of dupes, party of knuckleheads, party of weirdos, party of freaks. So that is a simple message. And underneath that, it's the party of nothing.
It has become an authoritarian embracing cult. It is fascist.
We take an oath to protect and defend the Constitution from all enemies, foreign and domestic. And sadly, the domestic enemies to our voting system and our honoring our Constitution are right at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue with their allies in the Congress of the United States.
Trump's modern-day Gestapo is scooping folks up off the streets. They're in unmarked vans, wearing masks, being shipped off to foreign torture dungeons. No chance to mount a defense, not even a chance to kiss a loved one goodbye, just grabbed up by masked agents, shoved into those vans, and
They are blatantly fucking lying, dude. And everybody wonders why all of a sudden we have all these left-wing extremists, these left-wing fucking psychotic fucks. They've been doing this for like 10 years. Maybe even longer, but ever since Trump came down the golden escalator, this is the type of shit we've gotten. This is the type of shit that we have gotten. Yeah, Meg, I agree with you. Being a decent human being is a thing of the past, and I blame internet and social media, yeah, definitely. I'm going to go back to Big D's comment here, psychological warfare. I'm going to leave that up while we're going through this because I definitely believe that's what it is, psychological warfare. And they talk about dog whistles all the time. Oh, those MAGA dog whistles. Like, bro, you're not dog whistling. You're telling them what to do on every fucking major news network. It's crazy.
Films of the Gestapo grabbing people off the streets of Poland, and you compare them to those nondescript thugs who grabbed that student, that graduate student. It does look like a Gestapo operation. You know, my dad served in Second World War. He fought the Nazis in Northern Africa. He fought the Nazis on the Italian peninsula. And I think he's looking down right now and he's happy that I'm fighting today's Nazis.
Because if we just roll this clock on the wall back 75 years, we'd be looking at a time in Nazi Germany where people ran around with signs like this new ICE sign that says, report all foreign invaders to ICE, with Uncle Sam there holding up the sign This could have been a Gestapo member 75 years ago. Report all Jews.
It's not just that Donald Trump poses a threat to democracy. It's that Donald Trump only cares about himself. This is a populist looking to serve his own interest and harm other people and dismantle our democracy and make it just about himself. This is a guy who's doing it on behalf of Putin.
Do you think Trump cares about any of his supporters?
I think he's only ever cared about himself.
He's still a greasy pig.
He's still a greasy pig.
He said that a hallmark of strongman leaders is they don't care about their followers. Loathes Donald Trump. Things like a lunatic and a criminal, someone corrupt who's bankrupted people. That the goal for all of us to save our republic has to be to keep Donald Trump far away, make sure he never gets anywhere near the Oval Office again.
The threat that Donald Trump is to this nation.
I do remember that, Kenneth. Kenneth says, do y'all remember old Tim Walsh saying he's friends with school shooters? Yeah. That was a fucking good clip right before the election. Yeah.
Personality in league with autocrats and kleptocrats and dictators all over the world. Everybody has to follow Donald Trump like a monarch. That's what the election is going to be about. Democracy and freedom versus dictatorship and authoritarianism.
Do we want to remain a democracy, or do we want to take this hard turn into an autocracy and taking direct aim at our democracy? There are autocratic-leaning remarks he has made in recent weeks and months, such as ones that echo Hitler.
Extreme measures taken to fundamentally change the course of the country, or we're all going to die, to get rid of the form of government that we have and install something else.
To the degree that the country's in any decline, it is the threat of a second Trump term. America becoming a threat, which is what it becomes, a threat to the world order if Trump is reelected, is a known, to quote Don Rumsfeld. America can survive one Trump term. It won't survive a second.
It was a primary, didn't work out to oust Donald Trump. There was a chance for leaders like Mitch McConnell to literally have Donald Trump barred from ever holding federal office again. They didn't do it. The Republican Party will not save us here. We cannot wait for the Republican Party to wake up. Nothing is going to happen inside the Republican Party other than efforts to get Donald Trump what he wants, which is to get rid of our form of government. The only way the country gets saved is if Republicans. Our project of the Republican Party is to install a strongman form of government in the United States and get rid of democracy. And that is the project of electing Donald Trump. What we've learned from history is that, no, there isn't a magic bullet. The courts don't save you. No individual institution saves you. All that stuff. Hitler in 1933 was talking about his designs on America. And Hitler described you could get Americans to give up their own democracy and to be ready for a fascist takeover. Haunting. And that's what Hitler himself explained. He part of the Hitlerian conspiracy for Americans getting rid of their democracy. And this stuff doesn't change. It's the same playbook. It's a disaster. We need extreme measures. I mean, it's just that simple.
Adam Kinzinger was just tweeting about Trump's speech. He said he'll be gone in a year. But what do you do about all the people that are now conditioned to have an appetite and hunger for a strongman?
Donald Trump was mulling whether our national abortion ban was going to be 15 weeks or 16
He's looking for a number he likes.
He likes
16 because
it sounds round. Some of the most fundamental decisions you will ever make in your life, with massive relational consequences, massive consequences, intergenerational consequences for your family, huge economic consequences. The basic freedoms of your life should be decided by Donald Trump deciding which number he thinks looks prettier when it's embroidered on a hat.
Yeah, that's the type of stuff. I mean, that's just a small chunk. That's just a small piece of what they say. I'll pull this short clip up. This is 1 minute long. Not too much long, or not too long. This is them saying pretty much the same stuff, and it's one by one, all the way through. And they just say the same shit.
Let me ask you tonight, do you think Donald Trump is a fascist?
Yes, I do.
This is what kicking the shit out of fascism looks like.
Try to prevent the spread of the lawlessness and the fascist chaos that's been unleashed against us.
So when we say Donald Trump is a fascist, fascism, a huge component of fascism is uniting racism, bigotry, a form of racist nationalism.
We are now living in a fascist dictatorship.
We are worried about potential rise of fascism in this country. We're worried about our democracy falling to an authoritarian and potentially fascist form of government.
Not only to roll over to Donald Trump's will, but to roll over our democracy and allow him to take over this country as a fascist dictator.
When fascism isn't just coming, it's already here.
The former chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, Mark Milley, said, No one has ever been more dangerous to this country than Donald Trump, and he is a fascist to his core.
Yep. Yeah, so that's just another example of them gaslighting people. All right. And this is the thing, Ryan. This is they think if you say something enough times, it's got to be true. Well, they say it enough times, and it starts radicalizing these people. Like the amount of times that they've said that Charlie Kirk and Trump and everybody on the right wants to eradicate trans people, and it's not fucking true. Okay. Trump has been one of the most pro LGBT presidents of all time. I mean, I think he had a transgender person. You know, I don't think he had transgender, but I know he had gay people working for him. But the thing is, it's like what people don't realize is like they keep saying this shit enough, and it's gonna radicalize these people, and it has. It has. They took a shot at Trump, and then they killed Charlie Kirk. They tried to beat up. Now, this was a while ago. This was back when in Trump's first term, I do believe. They tried to assault Rand Paul and his wife walking down the street in Washington, D.C. I mean, there's countless times where the left have tried to kill, like back in 2020 during the Summer of Love riots, during the BLM riots. They literally killed a white Trump supporter right in the middle of the street. Shot him. Now, he was killed by other white Antifa members, but it was during the 2020 BLM riots. They killed him right in the middle of the street, shot him. I don't know what ever happened with that. I don't remember that story ever being reported. You know, just gone. Just gone. That's the thing. What a lot of people don't realize is during the BLM riots, there was 12 innocent people that died. It's 12 innocent people that died. Yeah. Billions and billions of dollars in damage. And in some ways, we're still paying for it. And the funny thing is that the organization was ran by a black lesbian that stole a shit ton of fucking money. Stole a shit ton of money. Didn't give anything back to the black community. But if you say that, then you don't know what you're talking about and you're a racist. So, do the research. She stole a shit ton of money. A shit ton of money. Anyway, let me go back to these bookmarks. I think I got some other shit saved. So I do have one other video. So I thought this was interesting. Now, this guy I'm going to show you, he has actually come to where I'm at before. Like where I live at. I've seen this guy before. Yes. It's the ideology, not the race or class of people exactly. Hey, what up, Lori? Lori in the chat. Throwing fascism word around, don't even know the true meaning of these words. It's crazy so many people just follow whatever the news and social media tells them. Exactly. They don't really look into it. They don't really investigate. They really don't. And if they do, they're like some of these people are so sick that they like it. They're like, oh yeah, he is a fascist. And it's like, oh, okay. Like, they just hate Trump is what it is. What it comes down to, they just hate Trump. They hate the guy. But this guy, I like this guy. I like the work he does. But he wanted to show an old video of Utah's far-left protesters and how they act. Now, this video was a while ago, okay? This isn't something that just happened. I want to make that perfectly clear. But this is in Utah, right around where Charlie Kirk was shot. Okay. So this is just an example of how crazy because that was the narrative there for a little while too, is that Utah is a Republican state, and this happened in Trump's America. Like that was a narrative for a couple hours until people said, well, in every Republican state there are liberal shithole cities. And it's true. Every major city is like a liberal shithole. I'm from Ohio. You go to Cincinnati, it's a shithole. Go to Columbus, it's a shithole. Go to Cleveland, it's a shithole. They're ran by Democrats. It's high on crime. Okay? I mean, it's just the truth. But anyway, let's pull this video up. Let's discuss this one. Yeah, any major college town is a liberal hive. Exactly, bro. Exactly. You're right. You're right. So let me go back to sharing. So here is just an example. I can't remember the guy's name. Hold on. His name is Nick Shirley. If you want to follow his X account, it's at Nick Shirley with 2 Y's. So I'll pull his page up here in a minute. He's good. I wouldn't say he's all the way right. He's just kind of goes into rallies and asks people questions and shit. He probably is more Republican than anything, but I think he's interesting. I think he does a good job just going in and sometimes being an asshole and sometimes just asking questions. So and I've thought about doing this before, but this is a dangerous career choice. Let's put it that way. This is a dangerous career choice.
How's your day going?
Throw up the fucking salute if you guys are really about it, huh? If you guys are fucking Elon's boys, you fucking fascist cowards.
Show your face, bud. Show your face.
Sorry, do we want to talk about how small your penis is today? I really didn't want to talk about the size of how tiny your dick is.
I mean, you'd never see it. You brought the kids out here today.
Yeah, because I'm not going to let them grow up to be fascists like you.
That would be me. Like, she starts talking about my penis size. I'm like, hold on, man. You haven't even seen this damn thing. How do you know? That was a good comeback. I like that.
Today.
Yeah, because I'm not going to let them grow up to be fascists like you.
Yeah, what makes me a fascist?
Probably your love for fascism.
All right, we made it out. Easy.
Why are you here?
To show the people what's going on, man. You have 2.5 thousand people watching right now. What would you like to say to them?
5,000 Nazis. What are you doing here? You're not welcome here.
I'm not trying to be welcome here. I have the right to be here.
This is not democracy.
You have the right to
Can I give a speech?
No, you don't get a speech.
Fuck Donald Trump. He's a stupid bitch-ass motherfucker.
Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck
Oh, man. Hey, give him his phone. Give him his phone.
Get the fuck away from me.
Back off.
Don't
touch me.
Don't fucking touch.
Hey, what? Hey,
Don't
hey.
fucking touch us, you Nazi pieces of shit.
Wait, why am I Nazi?
Fuck you.
Hey.
You Nazis, get the fuck out of here. You guys, just so you know, I brought my 2 white boys here so they don't grow up to be fascists. You don't want them to grow up to be like these fascists. Fuck you.
No. We don't support fascism.
Hail Satan. Let's start there.
All right, come here. What's going on, sir?
You tell me what's going on.
Yeah, I just heard you yell "Hell Satan."
Yep, hail Satan. Get the fuck out of here.
What?
You're a fucking embarrassment. Get the fuck out of here. Fucking leave. You're fucking pathetic. Leave.
How are you guys doing?
Fascists don't belong here.
Bro, these...
Help! He's hurting me! Help!
You look like a fool. You know that's what you are? Freaking fool. What are you guys doing? Get your hands off me, little Antifa boy. Get the police officer these fools. Officer, these guys... Where did your one little boy go?
We did not touch you. We're safety.
Alright, so that's just an example of what it's like in Utah. Yeah, everybody was trying to say it's a conservative state and this is Trump's America. It's like, nah, every state has a liberal shithole city in it somewhere. So, I do agree with you on this, Kenneth. I hope this doesn't happen. But Kenneth says, am I the only one that feels that the leftist rhetoric is going to get someone else killed? They have ramped up the rhetoric to another level the past few days, and it's only getting worse. I hope not, okay? I want to make this perfectly clear, all right? I am not calling for any kind of violence, okay? I think we all need to remain calm, all right? Evaluate the situation. The only way I would ever promote violence is in self-defense, obviously. But yeah, you gotta be careful, man. Some of these people are trying to bait you too, trying to get you to come out and do something crazy. And But I think we should definitely put our foot on their necks. We got to start doing something. A lot of people say, well, I don't want to dox or get people fired. Well, you got to start doing something, bro. We can't just sit back and be like, pray. There you go. There you go, great white wolf. Protect your family, your home and your family. Pray. And then, you know what? I'll say this. If you're ever like wondering like what you should do, like what you should be doing right now, bro, I'm telling you, get a fucking microphone, get a camera, get a computer, and just start fucking going live and just fucking vlog your life, like as far as like your beliefs. I'm a Christian, conservative, I'm this, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't condone all this shit. Like, you know, speaking out against all this bullshit. And we need to drown out the noise, in my opinion, of these fucking liberal, lefty lunatics. Yeah, me too, Kenneth. I hope you're wrong. But that's the thing. Like, I guarantee you, there's somebody out there that is thinking, like, what the fuck? Like, if nobody else is going to do anything, I'm going to do something. And I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet, to be totally honest with you. I'm surprised it didn't happen after the Trump assassination attempt. I think if Trump would have been assassinated that day, we would already be in a civil war. And that's just my personal opinion. I think everybody's emotions were already fucking to the max with him, like getting indicted and arrested and all that shit. Like a lot of people were already pissed. But you know, I hope nothing like that happens. And that's just, I don't want to see anything bad happen. Any more bad shit happen. So I do want to play this video. I thought this video was good. I really like this guy. This guy was, Adam Calhoun was just recently on this guy's podcast. And I agree with him. There's no reasoning with these liberals, okay? A lot of people say, well, I think we should all unite and come together and hold hands, sing Kumbaya. Fuck you. It just ain't gonna happen. All right? I tried that for years. For years. No. It just doesn't work, bro. They don't want what you're offering them. And, I don't know. I liked what this guy had to say. This was on my Instagram account, so sorry if you're following me on Instagram, you're gonna see this video again. But I thought it was good. It was powerful. It was in my opinion, it was a wake-up call. Should be a wake-up call to many people. So let me go ahead and pull it up. Give me 1 second. All right, here we go. So this is, who is this guy? I can't remember. Andy Frisella. I think that's how you say his name. I'm not sure. But I really like this guy's podcast. I think he's good. But let's go ahead and pull it up. And we'll play the clip.
If you don't think that this wasn't a fucking attack on free speech, you're insane. They're trying to tell every single person that if you speak out, we'll fucking kill you. Charlie Kirk wasn't the most aggressive person. He was actually the only person that was willing to have open dialogue with the other side, and they fucking killed him for it. I'm fucking done. I'm done tolerating any of this crazy shit. I'm done tolerating fucking making any excuses or having any kind of empathy for these crazy fucks. This is good versus motherfucking evil, and we've known it for a long fucking time. Our leaders know it, you know it, we all know it, and we've all stayed silent, and we've all tried to be good people, and we've all let the psychological warfare convince us that maybe we could be a little more tolerant, but the problem is they're not tolerant of us. And if you're that naive and that stupid to continue to give out tolerance to people because you...
Now I'm going to run that back. I think everybody's had that idea in their head, like, well, I mean, maybe I can be a little bit more tolerant in this area or something. Maybe I do have, maybe some areas I need to work on or whatever. But they don't think like that. They don't think like that. Even if you try to be a little bit more tolerant, they're going to want you to be more tolerant. Then they're going to want you to, apologize for your whiteness. They're going to want you to chop your dick off and gonna get trans surgeries, and they're gonna want to transition your kids and be able to speak whatever LGBTQ LMNOP rights in their fucking in your schools like that. There's never gonna stop. They're never gonna be happy, bro. They're never gonna be happy. That's why I say it all stops here. It all stops here. We're done being tolerant. We're done being accepting. We're done having conversations with you. We're going to rally together, and we're going to come together bigger and stronger than ever, and we're going to stomp you out with your policies, your ideas. We're going to shun you from fucking society. And I believe that that's what they're doing with getting people fired and doxing them, shunning them from society. They should be exposed for exactly who they are. Yeah, so. All right. So let's go with this again.
Psychological warfare convince us that maybe we could be a little more tolerant, but the problem is they're not tolerant of us. And if you're that naive and that stupid to continue to give out tolerance to people because you have been convinced to feel bad or feel guilty, those people will kill you.
Those people will kill you, and I believe that, bro. I believe that, man. You keep giving tolerance, and you're being tolerant all the way to your fucking execution by these people. And I believe that, bro. I believe it. Yeah, I get that. Me personally, I'm not a big fan of the LGBTQ. I don't support gay rights. I don't support trans people. I don't support none of that shit. I don't hate those people though. I've never said like I think we should stone the gays or something. No, man, it's just I'm not gonna support that. I'm not gonna be an advocate for that. But yeah, I have heard that the LGB is trying to break apart from the T movement. Yeah, yeah. The T's have lost their mind. They're mentally unstable, and it's proven that the last 5 shooters have been trans shooters, mass shooters, and now it's coming out that there's evidence coming out that the person that Tyler Robinson was living with was trans. So, yeah. Yeah. And it's not saying like this is the thing. I don't support the whole LGBT movement. I'm not going to sit and say like what they think. They think if you don't support something, you want to eradicate it. You want to kill these people. And that's not true, bro. That's not true. Just because I don't support it doesn't mean I don't think your life needs to be taken or something. That's fucking stupid. That's dumb. Why do I give stupid MAGAs airtime? Who should I be giving airtime to? You let me know in the chat. Yeah. You let me know. We're not moving on. Carol. Who should I give airtime to? So you're saying Andy is a stupid MAGA? Why? Because he got emotional over a situation that happened, and he said don't tolerate people that aren't going to tolerate you, and that you should push back. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. Oh yeah, TQ. Yeah, I hear you, Ryan. Yeah, I don't know. I am not. I'll say this: I'm not gonna get behind any kind of LGBTQ movement. They can do whatever they want as long as they leave me alone, leave my kids alone. They want to go be gay. Go be gay. I guess. I don't know. Okay, so I did want to see. I did say this. I thought this was interesting.
If you don't think that this wasn't a fucking attack on free speech, you're insane. They're trying to tell every single person.
I thought I paused it. My bad. I do have another video I want to play. So this is other ones. I think they're mocking Charlie Kirk or just mocking Christianity in general. So I wanted to play it. HBR. Yeah. Yeah. The problem with that though, Andy, I do agree with that to a certain point. Okay, but I'm gonna let you know this. We tried that. Like as far as like I'll say this. When they made, and I don't want to get off on a big tangent about LGBT or gay people or whatever, but we tried that. Back when Obama wanted to legalize gay marriage, I didn't care. I didn't care that they legalized it. It didn't bother me. Wasn't affecting me. If you wanted to get married and have a piece of paper and have to split half your shit with another dude, whatever. Okay, that was my stance back then. But look from when Obama legalized gay marriage to where we're at now. One little, I don't really give a fuck about that, has turned into where we're at now. And that's what I have a problem with. That's what I have a problem with. That's why I don't support that shit. So. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly, Mama Chop. I agree. I agree. A lot of people not gonna like that, but I agree.
We're gonna shake your hand, please.
Sure.
I'm proud of you. Thank you for doing this.
Yeah, God bless you. God loves you too. Thank you.
Oh, I just wanted to ask a question. Do you want to get shot?
No, I'm gonna get shot. No.
This is Lexington.
Yeah.
And you're about to piss a lot of people off.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you need views, but this specific idea that you have brought up, I understand everyone has their own beliefs, but when you wound up shot, I told you so.
Well, if someone shoots me for preaching the gospel, then God will be glorified and I'll be with him face to face.
We're gonna shake your hand, please. We're gonna shake your hand, please.
So that's just proof that you can't have a difference of opinion. So this wasn't about Charlie Kirk. I hadn't seen this clip. I just played it. But yeah, this is another reason why I don't support the LGBT movement. I just don't. They're violent. And this looks like to be at like some kind of pride rally. And this dude looks to be a Christian just preaching the gospel. So. But a lot of people say like, what do I want to see happen as far as, well, I'll frame it this way. I wonder who she voted for. What's Ryan say? Obama had to make his marriage legal. That is true, bro. He did, Big Mike. You like him some Big Mike for sure, bro. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I agree with that, Kenneth. We want to be left the fuck alone, live in peace. Like, and then you got some fucking weirdo over there shrilling as loud as they possibly can about some kind of gay shit. or something about fucking socialism and communism. I don't know. Alright, so I did want to watch this clip. Hold on, I got some clips saved. All right, so let's watch a clip of Charlie Kirk. let's do something positive for a second. We've looked at some negative stuff. We've looked at some positive stuff. Let's switch back to negative or positive. I mean, let's watch an old Charlie Kirk video. Here we go.
Our country was founded on common law because the Declaration only refers to God 4 times in the Constitution. It doesn't refer to God at all, and it only articulates the structure of government.
So first of all, remember that we were a collection of states and colonies, and you need to read the state constitutions before anything else. 13 out of 13 required a declaration of faith. In almost every single one of the original state constitutions, they had, I profess Lord and Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. Secondly, 55 out of 56 of the original signers of the Declaration were Bible-believing, church-attending Christians. You asked about common law. Well, let's go to 3 principles of common law. Presumption of innocence, due process, and jury of your peers. All 3 are biblical principles. So, and all wrapped into the ultimate biblical principle that you shall not favor justice if you are rich or poor, which is in Leviticus 19, which is the idea of blind justice, which is incorporated also in the New Testament ideal, neither slave nor Greek nor Jew, you are all one in Jesus Christ, which you get the idea of human equality. These are all biblical ideas, but more importantly than that, they say that God was only mentioned 4 times in the Declaration of Independence. Well, that's a big deal. John Adams famously said the Constitution was only written for a moral and religious people. It was wholly inadequate for the people of any other. The body politic of America was so Christian that our form and structure of government was built for the people that believed in Christ our Lord. One of the reasons we're living through a constitutional crisis is that we no longer have a Christian nation, but we have a Christian form of government, and they're incompatible. So you cannot have liberty if you do not have a Christian population.
Whether you agree with it or not, I think he's spot on there. I mean, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I was gonna pull up some clips of like liberals losing their shit, like as far as like talking shit about Charlie Kirk, but I don't feel like doing that. I'm about to wrap it up. So I do want to see if this has the dude.
He does all favors.
It doesn't have the dude reaping the consequences. Hold on, I want to see if I can find this clip. Let me pull myself up full screen. Because there's this one dude that went to a vigil of Charlie Kirk, and he was talking all kinds of shit about Charlie Kirk. And they wound up finding out who he was and got him fired from his job. And they wound up finding out who his mom was and like was blowing her phone up, telling her how big of a piece of shit her son was. Here we go. So let's play the original clip of what happened, and then I'll play the clip of where you fuck around and find out. So hold on. This is the fuck around and find out edition. Here we go. The fuck around and find out edition. So this is at a Charlie Kirk vigil. I think it was the day he died or the day after he died. So let's see what happens here.
Do you support his death?
I do.
You support his death?
Fuck Charlie Kirk.
You support Charlie Kirk being killed?
Yes, I do.
On the day he died, you're here at a vigil for Charlie Kirk and you support his death.
Do you support a Nazi?
No, I don't support a Nazi. Charlie Kirk wasn't a Nazi.
Yes,
You support his shooter?
Yep, sure do. Freedom.
You support Charlie Kirk's shooter?
Sure do. He does all favors.
Would you shoot somebody like Charlie Kirk?
I would have killed him myself.
You would have killed him yourself? Okay. Do you have a job here in Seattle?
Nope. I take that for a living.
Nope, doesn't have a job here in Seattle. That don't surprise me. Well, I don't have a job. Well, needless to say, they found this guy. And he was not too happy about it. Let's put it that way. Let's see his reaction after they fucking find out who he is.
Don't see me tomorrow is because I.
This dude turned into a big ass baby real quick, bro, which I thought was hilarious. All right, here's his reaction after all the Trump supporters doxed him and doxed his family and all kinds of shit.
Again, if you guys don't see me tomorrow, it's because I'm dead by Trump supporters. They are doxing me and my entire family. I'm going home. If I get, fuck it. If you guys want to come with me to my house for protection, I'm still in Seattle. I'm about to get on the bus. If they doxed me and my family, all because I said fuck Charlie Kirk and Donald Trump was a pedo,
And I would say free, free Palestine, free, free Palestine. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm about to protest even harder. These Trump supporters don't know what they started. They awaken a motherfucking beast. Again, fuck Charlie Kirk, fuck Donald Trump, fuck JD Vance, fuck you guys supporting a pedophile. He is a pedophile, just like you and your mom and your dad. If you support Donald Trump, you are a pedophile. If you support Charlie Kirk, you are a pedophile. If you support JD Vance, you are a pedophile. If you are a MAGA, you are a pedophile. You guys are supporting a pedophile.
Alright, hold on. I gotta find the other clip because there's one where he's like freaking the fuck out. Which is great. I gotta try to find it though. Hold on. Where is it? I gotta find it. Now I'm not gonna be able to move on from this till I find it. I thought I saved it when it came up because I thought it was hilarious. No, I bet I fucking didn't. I'll find it though. Hold on. And the funny thing is he lives with his mom, which is like all stereotypes, makes all the stereotypes true. Yeah, that's the kind of rhetoric that's killing people. Literally, Kenneth. Kenneth, literally. Fucking killing people. It's crazy, bro. This dude didn't fucking learn anything. I bet he learned something from this. So let's see what this guy. Let's see if I can find the video. Cause it's funny, bro. Oh, here's another video of him like literally flipping people off. There you go. So you wonder why these people are getting fucking doxxed and getting fired from their jobs. They're not only just showing up to vigils. Jeez, I can't talk. But anyway, they're not only showing up, they're provoking the fucking crowd. Provoking the crowd, bro. Yeah. Here we go. Me versus Trumpies. They tried to jump me. They went to jail. I was screaming free Palestine. Yeah, it looks like they're trying to jump me. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. These people are crazy, dude. These people are crazy. Let me see if I can find a video. There was one where he's like on here fucking crying, bro. Damn it. The video ain't on here, bro. Can't find it. It's pissing me off. And you know what? I should fire my producer for this. I should just fire him. Fire my fucking producer. You're fired, buddy. You're fired. I'm kidding. I am my producer, by the way. Hold on. Let me see if this has got it in there.
You're going to fucking prison, buddy. That's a federal charge.
All right. Got it. This is great. I gotta go back just a little bit. Hold on. Here we go. This is great. I like this. This is the whole clip. All right. So this is the clip where he was talking shit in the beginning. Hold on. Come on. Let's go. Play the video. Come on, Twitter.
You support a shooter?
Watch the whole clip.
You support Charlie Kirk shooter?
Sure do. He does all a favor.
Would you shoot somebody like Charlie Kirk?
I would have killed him myself.
You would have killed him yourself? Okay. Do you have a job here in Seattle?
Nope. I take that for
a few moments later.
Oh, so you Trump supporters want to call my mom and threaten to kill my mom? Oh, yeah. That's why I called the police on you. And I'm reporting you for doxing and harassment. You're going to fucking prison, buddy. That's a federal charge. You're really going to call my mom and threaten her on the phone? Yep. Okay, I didn't want to bring the police in this because I hate the police, but now I'm going to. I have all the receipts. You're fucked. You are fucked. They can trace your phone calls. You called my mom and said you're gonna kill her? Okay, wait till I get home. I dare you, double dog dare you, to show up to my house. I will kill you my fucking self. Don't ever threaten my mom out like that, bitch.
I double dog dare you. I double dog dare you. Now, I don't promote threatening somebody's mom, okay? I'm not saying that. But I think he's exaggerating a little bit. Nobody threatened to kill his mom. I don't know. Maybe they did. But I double dog dare you.
I'll kill you my fucking self. Don't ever threaten my mom out like that, bitch. Fuck you, Trump supporters. You guys are pussies. You guys are gonna dox my mom? Oh, you got me fucked up now. I'm pissed. Oh, no. You thought I was being nice now. I'm about to fly around and fuck you guys up.
Oh, shit. Oh, that was good. That was good. Yeah, instead of running to save his mom, he's on the internet crying. Now, I don't agree with the doxing, okay? I personally wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do that. But, bro, gotta be careful with what you fucking say, especially when you're... It's not only that he said it on the internet, he also showed up and was, like, intimidating the people that attended the ceremony for Charlie Kirk. I'm not trying to say that word again. I avoided that word, by the way. I'm calling the cops for threatening my mom while simultaneously threatening someone. Exactly. He's sitting there threatening people in the crowd like this, flipping these people off. Yeah, it sounds like you fucked around and found out, little buddy. That's the way I look at it. All right, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up for the day, but I don't go anywhere yet because I want to play a clip from Charlie Kirk's wife. Now, I encourage everybody, go watch the whole, if you can, without getting too emotional. Go watch the whole 16-minute speech that she gave last night. It was powerful. It was inspiring. It was sad, somber. It was all of it. She did really good. But this, I thought was super powerful. Somebody posted a clip. I was like, okay, I'm going to bookmark it. Super powerful message. So I'm going to do that. We'll play this clip. And then I think I'm going to play a clip of Charlie Kirk. And then we're going to wrap it up. So here is Erica Kirk, Charlie Kirk's wife, giving what I believe is one of the most powerful messages I've ever heard. This is something that is super inspiring.
Evildoers responsible for my husband's assassination have no idea what they have done.
Damn right.
They killed Charlie because he preached a message of patriotism, faith, and of God's merciful love. They should all know this. If you thought that my husband's mission was powerful before, you have no idea. You have no idea what you just have unleashed across this entire country and this world. You have no idea. You have no idea the fire that you have ignited within this wife. The cries of this widow will echo around the world like a battle cry. To everyone listening tonight across America, the movement my husband built will not die. It won't. I refuse to let that happen. It will not die. All of us will refuse to let that happen. No one will ever forget my husband's name, and I will make sure of it. It will become stronger, bolder, louder, and greater than ever. My husband's mission will not end, not even for a moment. And one of Charlie's greatest talents was his ability, this phenomenal ability to choose great people to follow him.
Yeah. Yeah, so like I said, it's a whole 16-minute video. It's really good. It's sad. Like I said, it's sad. It's inspiring. Kenneth brought up a good one when she started talking about the daughter asking where Charlie Kirk was. I was in tears, Kenneth, listening to that. I'm not gonna lie, I was in tears. Because you think about your own kids, you think about your own family. I don't know, man. It was sad, bro. It was sad. And it could very well happen to any of us. Not saying the assassination part, but just, passing away, not seeing our kids anymore, that type of stuff. But it could also, you get politically involved enough and they could take a shot at you too. I will say this, I have faced some pretty, crazy lefties in my time, face to face, one-on-one. Yeah, let's put it that way. Hey, what up Nelson in the chat? We're just wrapping up. The topic that was discussed was bring back public executions with a question mark. That's what we discussed. I definitely encourage you to go back and watch it though if you get time. It's good. But I do want to say this. I want to pull up. I think I have a clip in here of Charlie Kirk. Like it's, I think it's just like a montage. Maybe that Turning Point USA did. Yeah, it's a montage. So let's go ahead and pull this up. Let's play this, and then I'll probably play that Forgiano Blow and JJ Longhorn track on the way out. Yeah. Have a good one, Kenneth. You heading out? Have a good one, brother. So hold on, let me pull this up.
We're active in about 15 campuses, and we're growing very, very quickly. And keep in mind, this is not just a full...
So like I said, this is a montage of Charlie Kirk. I wanted to make sure people knew that. This is what Turning Point USA posted. And I'm going to go full screen so you guys can see it.
We're active in about 15 campuses, and we're growing very, very quickly. And keep in mind, this is not just a flash in the pan movement. We're going to become an institution to give them the power and the confidence to stand up and let their voice be heard.
I started this organization when I was 18 years old. I decided not to go to college. I didn't get in my dream school, which was the United States Military Academy at West Point. I have this idea to galvanize and motivate the future youth of this country around a core set of ideas, not just political parties or politicians. And the ideas are really America's the greatest country in the history of the world. The Constitution is the greatest political document ever written, and free enterprise is the most assured way to lift people out of poverty and create prosperity for all. Those are the three big ideas. And I think that's something that can win.
We as Christians are called to go into the public arena to correct error with truth. So I go to college campuses and there's a lot of error. We're all sinners. We are all live in error. I'm far more interested in what God wants of me than what I want from God.
I have to say this without getting emotional, but I'm very proud of my husband. And I know many of you are too. You have worked so hard. And I know a lot of you have seen, obviously, his videos on TikTok and all the stuff he does on campus, but no one gets to see him from my angle except for myself and our children. And the sacrifices that he made this year, he's amazing. I'm very blessed.
And I would not have been able to do any of it without Erica. And that's the real truth. I'll tell you what. You are here as a grassroots response to the top-down revolution happening in this country. I want our Turning Point USA students to receive a round of applause. These are the freedom fighters of America.
The media said that Turning Point could never run a ground game. They weren't experienced. They didn't know Charlie, right?
This is the greatest generational realignment since Woodstock. This generation is the most conservative generation that we have seen in well over 50 years, and the numbers show it. What young people especially are screaming at is they say, give me a structure that I can live my life by. And especially with young men, more challenging of them, more saying, you know what, honestly, I'm not gonna talk down to you. Stop being a boy and become a man. You wanna learn what that means? Come to church and I'll tell you what it means to become a man. Because we have the greatest story ever told. What can I do to save the country? You answer that question every single day, because you are doing the work to save this beautiful republic. You are doing something that is bigger than you.
If everything completely goes away, how do you want to be remembered?
I want to be remembered for courage for my faith. That would be the most important thing. Most important thing is my faith in my life.
And that is true. That's what you want to be remembered for in life. I mean, if you think about it, all the stuff that he achieved in his life was amazing. If you think about it, like I said, I wasn't a huge Charlie Kirk fan, but you can't look at that guy's life and think, damn, he did a lot in 31 years. Like he was a very powerful guy in the Christian conservative movement. And he was good at what he did. You go back and watch his debates and stuff. He was good at what he did. Yeah, good family man. I didn't agree with, like everything, like, but, very influential on the MAGA movement. Let's put it that way. And being a Christian. So anyway, I'm going to play this song on the way out. Because I think it pretty much just goes with what I was talking about. So I do want people to think about the idea of bringing back public executions. I know that it is an old way of doing things, but I think in some point we have to have repercussions for the evil in society. And I thought this track was good, so I like this track. I added it to my playlist, but it does have a powerful message behind it, and I agree with it. So that's my final conclusion. Bring back public executions. Like I said, for people that without a shadow of a doubt committed the crime, first-degree murder. If there's without a shadow of a doubt, it's proven it was first-degree murder. You got the weapon, you got the evidence, video evidence, or a confession. Then there needs to be a public execution. That's my personal opinion. But that's it for me today. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for hanging out. God bless you. God bless your family. And God bless the United States of America. I'm going to pull up this track and we'll leave on that.
A short piece of rope, hang them up high at sundown, leave them swinging so the folks all know you don't mess around in our town. A big tall tree and a short piece of rope, hang them up high at sundown, leave them swinging so the folks all know you don't mess around in our town.
Thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not kill, but if you do, bitch, we'll hang you in a fucking field. We don't judge by skin, we judge by soul. So God can judge your sin, but bitch, you gotta go. Austin Metcalf lost his life at a track meet. The news won't say it, so I say it on a trap beat. And while they running from accountability, Lake and Riley was murdered while she was running in the streets. Who would have thought the girl who left the danger in Ukraine would get her life taken riding on a train by a nigga when she's repping Black Lives Matter? But you triggered by this song, tell me which is sadder.
We need a big tall tree and a short piece of rope. Hang them up high and sundown. Leave them swinging so the folks all know you don't mess around in our town. A big tall tree and a short piece of rope. Hang them up high and sundown. Leave them swinging so the folks all know you don't mess around in our town. Oh, there's too much crime in the streets these days. Too much evil going down. If they get them up out of the bricks for a while, the judge turned them loose on the town. How many mothers gotta cry? How many children gotta die before we put an end to all this mess? We ought to do it like they did it way back in the day, cause granddaddy's way it works best. Who's gonna right them wrongs, my friend? Vengeance is the Lord's, but brother, justice ain't a sin. We need a big tall tree and a short piece of rope. Hang them up high and sundown. Leave them swinging so the folks all know you don't mess around in our town. A big tall tree and a short piece of rope. Hang